chat. No real formal thing today. I was just wondering what's on your mind. We can talk about things, maybe sort some things out. Who knows? So we'll just wait and see who shows up. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon where I am. So I'm just staying inside and thought it'd be a good chance to talk to you guys. Might make it a regular thing, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. For the moment, I'll share something with you. I always look at these. Share that. I'm going to see my face for a minute. How's it going, guys? There we go. One of my favorite pictures to see. One of my favorite images. Here we have China. Well, China. Yeah, give me this. That's cool. It's the Eye of China. Here comes Max. Well, hi, Max. You coming to? You heard me talking? I'm having fun without you, eh? How's it going, buddy? No. Give me a second, guys. He was begging for treats a little while ago. And I happen to have some here. Come here, Max. Okay, don't wipe the computer out. All right. So that's a pretty good graphic. I love looking at it. Looks like we got 3 in chat. That's pretty cool. So what's on your mind, guys? Let's go to a different layout. You're welcome, Max. Let's go back. Looking at the dragons. No, Max, don't come up, please. Let's see what that. I like the American dragons. A lot of people seem to see these ones much easier. Zoom in on his head. Follow his body. His head goes along this way. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Goes along this way. He doesn't have any legs, though. Get there. So we'll zoom in on his head. His head. It's kind of important. Neat. Then his body comes up and along. It folds back under itself here. This area could be quite raised up. I don't have a topographical map of it. And it looks like he may even have wings here that branch off around the midsection. Max is pretty mad at me because I won't let him sit on my lap. He's all the way up. I was watching videos all the way up here. Comes all the way down along, up and under. And that could be a wing there. Possibly that or another one. I like that one. It's got a strange shaped face. There's no chat coming through. I'm going to go check over on YouTube. Usually you guys are at least saying hi. It says there's 5 of you. One watching. Is that me? Oh, it's Marlena. So my chat's really weird today, Marlena. They're not putting it through. Let's see what happens if I type in. Oh, there you are, finally. So it's a free-for-all today. Just whatever's on your mind. If you want to talk about it, it's fantastic. I like that guy. I like the one in Morocco. I don't. I like him, but not as much as the place in China. We're eventually probably going to scrub these so we can't see them as well. There's the fishy down there, and there's the dragon's sputum coming out of his mouth. There's his head. He's much smaller looking than the one in America. There's supposed to be his head here. You can kind of see the brow ridge come up. He's got a very long snout. Comes all the way up. I guess that's the crown of his head here. And TM's him, yeah. Cool. I like this guy. See I think these are like feathers coming off his back or off his side. It's really cool. It could be a part of his throat. I'm not sure. His throat is down here in this area. Double injectors coming either way. Could be up here. That's some real fluidy looking stuff there. Definitely looks like biology. Tissue. You like the dragons? Some people believe in them, some people don't. Some see them, some people can't. So he comes down, he's very long. He's got a really long neck. Long and thin. Down here somewhere, the beginnings of his legs. In this area, apparently. Oops. No, they're down here. This one has a belly. The one in America doesn't seem to have a belly. I think these are the legs down here. In this area. You can kind of see how it kind of would look like the chicken leg almost. I'm guessing that would be the bone. Yeah, I do watch Rogers at Mud Fossil University. Um, I like his stuff. Uh, can I turn up the volume? Yeah, I think I can. I don't know. Let's see here. Is that any better? That could be better. I don't know. Height. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the height of the giants. Yeah, that's an incredible thing. Like the Titans. I don't know if these were the Titans or not. Some of them may have been. I've gone all the way in Marlena. See, for me, the entire Earth is probably a dragon. Half of a dragon, at least as the story of Tiamat goes. So there's half a dragon. Hey, finest planet, how you doing? So in my opinion, like people talk about flat Earth, round Earth. There's the story of Tiamat and Marduk, the battle between Tiamat and Marduk, and Marduk cut Tiamat in half, and half of Tiamat was used to make the Earth. Yes, Max. And half of Tiamat was used to make the stars, they say. And the same story mirrors in the Norse mythology with Ymir. I forget who battled Ymir, but Ymir was used to make the Earth and the stars. A little bit of a different representation. We're supposedly inside his skull. Okay, Max. You want? Okay, good boy. So we remote viewed that battle, and the interesting results of that were that Marduk appeared to have ships of some sort that he battled with, some type of ship, and it looked like this battle may have taken place in space. Um, Now, there's interesting things about space and time and all that, and our universe, um, that allows for things like this. Yeah, yeah, inside his skull. His skull was used to make, or the inside of his skull was used to make the dome of the stars. So it kind of gives some flat Earth people something to go with. Well, they're just, I think that they've been anthropomorphized and changed a little bit, Marlena, to make them into a better story. But the essence of it's there. And when we look in the Pista Sophia, we find that what is I believe it's Mary asks, "What is the nature of the realms?" And says, "Well, our realm is basically encircled by a snake eating its tail, and the earth is a corpse." Is another reference that Jesus makes. Yeah, the Sumerian were Marduk and Tiamat. You can look that up. But they had a great battle. Hey, Justin Wings, how you doing? Long time no see. Uh, yeah, they had a battle. I've been trying to wrap my head around this too, Marlena, for quite a while. See, okay, I can understand they had a battle. There's a corpse in the sky. Um, Probably like a noodle at one point, and then I think maybe like a donut at another, and then finally like a meatball, like it is now. Or we could be on a flat plane, but it doesn't seem like the Earth is laying out flat. So I think it is a ball. I think it was other shapes before, though. Doing good, thanks. Yeah. So apparently, on the figuring of this one, this would be the back, and you can even go in very closely and see that people are living in the tear ducts. You can see the distinct crack along here. That's a roadway, though. That's not really representation. But out of the tear ducts and the areas along the eye, the edge of the eye, there's water coming in. So people have this in a lake here. It looks like a lake. Yeah. So people have moved in on that area around the tear ducts. Down here, you can see I'll follow the jawline for you. So this area here, all the way down and along. All along here, that white separation. And down here we get to the beard of the dragon. Coming down this way, flailing out. See that? In this area. So up along here, all in this area. And then we come along here and we get to his mouth. That's his chin here, this area. Along here. And you can see the turn of his mouth right there. That's the opening of his mouth. So again, all the way from the eye, and we can go up along the ridge of his nose here. You can see the bridge of his nose going along in a triangle shape all the way up in this area, down to the tip of his nose. So it comes up along there, and his other eye, you can kind of see it over here, but it's squished. There's lakes here. So there's water coming up in that area where his other eye is. And he even has, you can see, horns. Show you what those are. So right along here, see, and up here in this area, just above his eye over here, he has what looks like two, at least, horns. Let's see what you guys are saying. I turned up the little chime instead of my voice. Oh, okay. You see it, Marlena? I wish I could turn this one. It's not Google Earth. This is Google Maps. So I can't turn it. If I turn it just a little bit, it would look much more. But you can see the beard. I love the beard, eh? Got a little beard coming off the side here, flailing around. Big eye, brow ridge. Really, it looks like a very strong jawed creature because the jaw here is huge. That's a big mass, and you would attach a lot of muscle to that, and the snout isn't that long. Maybe as long as a horse's head. That's what I'd kind of compare it to, maybe. And I guess the eyes would be smaller. Tiamat is the dragon queen. They don't actually say that she's a dragon. But yeah, I think so, Marlena. I think this here is Tiamat. I've shown it to people, and right away they see it, and I've shown it to others, and they never see it. I don't know if that's a matter of choice, or maybe their brain just can't accept the idea. It was hard for me to accept it. The idea. There, maybe I can get my voice a little better. The idea that our Earth is a corpse, and that's what Jesus said in several couple of writings. Hmm. No problem, Finest Planet. It's important that you can hear what I'm saying, I guess. Well, it might be. I don't know. Okay, so here's my question. If the giants were that big, large as mountains or bigger, wouldn't it throw off the rotation of the Earth or have some type of drag on the rotation? Not necessarily, um, Marlena. We're living on a dried out corpse. In the past, I think it was much bigger because it had a lot more moisture in it. And we had a heavier atmosphere. I think up to 100 times heavier atmosphere. They say in the past that the Earth, it didn't rain in the past. There was just a mist, a continual mist. In Wyoming, in Utah, rib cages and all. Wow. Are they giant? Hi, Paul from Newcastle. Yeah, so the Earth in the past was probably a lot bigger uh, before the flood. Um, you have to think of it as a drying corpse. So the sun probably baked it and hardened the outside. And then on the inside, you'd have all these aqueous and watery areas, just like you would in a regular dead body. In people that die, like at their homes and that, what happens is they kind of liquefy, and a lot of the fluid runs down to their legs, and their legs burst, and that goes all over the place, and that's what ends up sinking into stuff and smelling. So I think the Earth was there, and there are Zuni stories, Zuni legends of the Earth being soft in the past. Um, so what that means is if in the past there was a heavier atmosphere and the Earth was bigger, the creatures would be larger. Experiments done with fish under double pressure with a little extra oxygen doubled in size. So that was double pressure, they doubled in size. So you can imagine if you increase the pressure 100 times on the planet with a much thicker atmosphere and a much bigger planet. In the past, giant creatures is just would be the norm. Let me get something for you. Hmm. I'll have to find a specific piece of paper. Okay, so what we look at, we're going to look at is the history of the universe for a moment. Okay. Let's see if I have that one image I was thinking of. If not, it's okay. I have others to take its place. Here we go. Here's a good one. Now, these are some of the earliest images of the universe. They looked in the very, very far distant universe to find these images. There's radio telescopic images, and they put them together. This isn't actually an image, but what it shows is uh, suns and systems thousands of times bigger than like the solar systems that we have today. Okay, so in the past, these things could have been really, really huge with systems. This is another earlier picture. I believe this is the formation of the first stars, and you can see the connections, the electrical connections between them. So, having larger stars in the past, and with the Earth probably being much larger in the past, um, having more water inside it, yeah, giant creatures are quite possible, in my opinion. So, the Earth may have grown up on another planet, and I don't know, if you look at these early pictures, some of these areas are just filled with material. Now, is that possibly breathable material? Are these creatures able to fly or swim between solar systems? I don't know. That's a neat idea, I thought. If they could swim and go in between these strings, right? Maybe those are like rivers they could get into. I don't know. It's an interesting thought, though. Maybe they could live in what we would call space at some time. That could be hydrogen and oxygen and helium. That could be an entire atmosphere inside one of these strings, coalescing into planets from something bigger. There are some stories that say that we live inside a giant space creature. That has a lot of implications. Some say we're a thought in the mind of God. That's a good one. We could cover everything in existence in the universe in about, I think, about a half an hour. Here's the starting point. So, do you guys have anything that you is on your mind? What's on your mind, guys? Yes, Marlena. Here, let me show you one of my favorite ones. Let's see where did I put it. There it is. I polished this one up. It's a goose or a swan heart, some type of a bird. I'll show you all of the morphology on that. Okay. So this would be what you would consider the front of the heart. Okay. In the back, what we have is a tougher area here that all of the heart muscle attaches to and allows the front area to pulse. Boop, 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 boop. Along here, we have the lines showing the chambers in the heart. There are two lines bisecting the entire rock. And we'll come across one of the sections in a moment. There's the cross section. So there's four chambers in this. Also on this, we have the arterial openings. Let me see if I can shade that enough to see it. Can you see the black dots? Let's see, where are they? Right there. Let's get that focused in. That's where the blood came in and out of the heart. Along this line, and you'll see in the anatomy of a goose heart, let me just pull that up. There we go. Goose heart, no, not recipe, goose heart. Images. There we go. So, let's open that in a new tab. Okay. You see those? Yeah. Stop presenting. Present. There we go. So, having this at the top here as the ventricles, you can see the line that goes across in the one that I have. Let's present side by side. Oops. This way. So it would be There we go. You can see the line right there on the other side. On this side here. Am I going the right way? Hard to go the right way. There we go. There's the line presenting right here on this heart going diagonally. New to your channel. Are you a geologist? No, I'm an amateur everything. Yeah, it is identical. Isn't that amazing, Marlena? So that was probably boiled and pickled during the flood. And then because I don't think it spent a lot of time in salt water, just to the point of being pickled. And then it was flushed out with fresh water. And we have a lot of red clay around here, which is probably helpful for the color it eventually became. But yeah, virtually identical, eh? Yeah, you can find mud fossils almost everywhere. Uh, Finest Planet. I said you were everything too. No, he's open. Everything, mostly remote viewing. Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I do remote viewing classes where we remote view images and destinations. This is one of the ones we did last night. Just a nice little image, and then we go places, different planets, different cultures in the past, present, future. Hey, Donnie, out of the parking lot. All right, Donnie. I didn't even see you come in. Hey, Trey. I've been talking so much. I didn't even notice you guys coming in. It could have been like times larger and liquefied, not fossilized. Yeah, there was a time where the Zuni talk of the Earth being soft. There was a time before them. They know that. They weren't around at that time. Oh, thank you, Finest Planet. I try to talk. I like to talk about different things and stuff. One of my other favorite things right now is electron flood theory. I love that. Oh, thanks, Marlena. So again, is there anything you guys, any comments, questions, anything you guys wanted to talk about? I love to research things and get to the bottom of stuff. Let's get rid of that heart for a moment. Well, I've been yapping, Donnie. That's why I didn't notice you. I've been going blah 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 blah. Yeah, let's get a pretty picture up. This actually isn't the image of what I'm listening to, but it's pretty. I like it. I love doing that. Light coming through. There was a young gentleman that wanted me to talk about how to make colloidal gold, silver, and titanium. I make it for myself. It's very simple, really. But he's not here right now. Wrapped around the giant in that cave in China. Oh, can you send me a link there, Marlena. Let me give you a. Where are you? Let me give you a Vinci. Add moderator. There we go. You have a link to something to what you're talking about there, Marlena. You can send it on over. What do you think about the general bird? Oh, from the 1940s that flew to, I believe, the North Pole. Yeah, he did the North Pole and the South Pole. Finest planet. And encountered by a different race. We remote viewed him going down there, and we saw flying ships battling the forces that were headed down there. Although we didn't go deep enough to see if there was another race. I think there was. So it was in Antarctica that he encountered forces. Oh yeah. There's tons of stuff out there, Marlena. Just they're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. They're probably resting up there in the skies right now. Just like, have you ever seen My Skies 5D channel? He looks at the clouds a lot. He gets a lot of really cool colors. And I've seen on his channel what look like ships that are putting out clouds as in a crescent formation as a cover. Let's take a look here. Okay, so I have to try and copy it. Okay, we'll do it there. Let's go to here. There we go. Okay, let's take a look here. See what we've got.
विशाल मानव के मंजर को देख रहे हैं. ये मानव बिल्कुल ये सही में तो
Okay. So we have what looks like that does look like an attached hip bone right there. But definitely a snake-like spine.
जीवाश्म को सुरक्षित रखा गया है और लंबाई देखने से ऐसा लगा है कि कम से कम इसकी लंबाई.
Okay. Yeah, you did it right. Okay. So what does it say it is? It's a, let's go back here. Giant human skeleton. Let's see. Island. No extra information. Okay. Well, this is neat.
20 फीट के आसपास है जो पुराने जमाने में निश्चित रूप से हुआ करते थे.
Video and see what we got here.
यहाँ पर पुरातत्व विभाग के द्वारा
Oh yeah, we're not alone. No.
साइंस का स्टडी जो करते हैं
definitely find explain.
उनके द्वारा कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड किया गया है। ये बट्टा जिसको हम कहते हैं पत्थरों के औजार, वास्तव में
I guess they're showing the various vertebrae and how they're different.
का अध्ययन करने वाले छात्रों के लिए तो काफी
Various
महत्वपूर्ण है।
bones,
ये देखिए हड्डियों से बनाया
the
हुआ
spine,
अवशेष
piece of the spine.
औजार
Neat.
जिसे लोग आदि मानव प्रयोग करते थे जानवरों के शिकार के लिए। तो वहाँ ये मैं बता रहा था आपको, यहाँ पे इतिहास और भूगोल दोनों की जानकारी है और जहाँ दोनों में मेरा विशेष इंटरेस्ट है। मैं आपको बता रहा था यही जो आकृति
Turn your camera the right way, dude. Thank you. Okay. Look at
नीचे
the
से
little
आ रही है
figurine in
ऊपर
the
की
background there.
स्टैलेग्माइट,
Couple figurines.
ये स्टैलेग्माइट और ऊपर से आकृति जो आ रही है वो है स्टैलेक्टाइट।
Interesting. Let's see.
और
Use
वहाँ आप
it
देख
like
सकते
this.
हैं दोनों मिल रहा है, ये कॉलम तैयार हो रहा है और आदि मानव के रहने के तौर तरीकों को इसमें
Nope,
चित्र
no
के द्वारा
solid
दर्शाया
circle.
गया है। चलते हैं अंदर की ओर।
Huh. I don't know what this is. Saying
ये
it's an
इंग्लिश
art
में
sculpture.
लिखा हुआ है।
Okay. Oh, hi, Alice in Wonderland.
During World
How
War
you
II.
doing? Winterland, sorry. Hi, Alice. S.A. Montford, hi. Let me go over and say how you doing, Eli. Over here. I always forget to check on it. He's into a few platforms, so not too many to show up on Eli. There's easy to pay.
मानव कंकाल के अस्थि पंजर का अवशेष
Yeah, I don't know if that was an artist's rendition. Let's go back and take a look at the beginning. That was the most interesting thing.
विशाल मानव के अस्थि पंजर को देख रहे हैं। ये मानव
Oh, that's an interesting skull
बिल्कुल ये
there. Just off to the side. Right here on the left, right in the middle. There's what looks like a skull. Doesn't look like a human or doesn't look like a human skull. Looks like it's got a big long cranium there and a long jaw. So I imagine that's what they're saying is not or is not the creature. That's interesting. I don't see the human skull. Well, that could be the human skull, but who knows? Plume serpent, where this location? Let's see, where was this, Marlena? Yeah, I don't know why anyone would bother trying to fake that. No one takes credit, but who's the artist? Yeah, right. And why would you do that? It doesn't make much sense. And where do you get? I could understand maybe getting a spine from a snake and trying to put it together with another skeleton, and I could see maybe how that could be done here. But there was a point where I saw it looked like the hip bones had attached or have attachments in an area up here on this top crescent, the vertebrae coming back up. And it's wrapped around. Half of it's in the dirt. I don't know. It is a cool cave. It's in Thailand. Okay. Here's a better video. Okay, let's take a look. Let's go through YouTube. Oh, okay. There's a cool, oops, cool-looking skeleton, that's for sure. Okay, take a look. Let's go through. I would say it would be a little too much for an artist to. It would be really difficult.
She takes a picture, and in that picture is this. He puts the camera.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay, that's already presented. Good. Maybe hear what they say it's about. There's a human skeleton. It's rather strange specimen related to us. It's a 35-million-year-old fossil that helps us understand the different branches of evolution that took as it evolved us in the past primate concept. Okay. Or it could be a chimera. Matches the story to the Nagas. Okay. This is the ancient story of the rivalry between two men that wanted to marry the same princess. They came to the Nagas for help, which was known as the magical serpent, people according to the Hindu ancient texts. Okay, these Nagas turn them into their strongest forms, turning one of them into a giant and the other into a giant snake. The fight between the two was downright legendary, but they quickly killed each other and off before any could get back to the princess. Okay. However, many believe that the fossils are fake, as they are way too clean to be as old as they are and are supposed to be, which we believe to be the real case too. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, some good images there. There we go. Now, what's that coming out of his mouth? Does he have a horn there or something? Or a tusk? I don't see double rows of teeth, but there's the person's foot beside it. I don't know. That's neat. The giants were often known to have different teeth, different types of teeth. All right, Finest Planet, you have a great day. Thanks for showing up. That's the area, seaports with keyholes, landscaping, yeah. An interesting perspective. Hey, Slime. What's that? Slime Daniel. Hi. How you doing? Oh, it's Daniel. Okay. Good to see you again, Daniel. Yeah, that's an interesting video. I like that. I liked the imagery from the first one was easier to see the snake in that wrapped around. This one was a good straight on image of it. There we go. Increase the just, yes. Well, it could be. I would say it could be very well. Okay, let's give the latest link a try. I definitely believe in giant, so having a giant isn't much of a problem for me.
The Calcana Mountains are known
Well, that was good.
as one of Peru's most famous landmarks. With limestone
I'm talking.
cliffs on one side, sparkling shores on the other.
Yeah, it's like a Cascade.
Inside Calcana are several magnificent caves with impressive clusters of stalactites and stalagmites. Human skeletons are also found
Oh,
here
they
that
were
are
pretty
believed to
good.
be of
Right.
the people made the cave their home in a very distant past. Recently, a Facebook user shared some extraordinary images of an important discovery made by paleontologists in this
Well, that's a good one.
cave.
See, they claim the bones are too clean to be 1,000,000 years old, but that really doesn't follow because their dating processes are really bad. All of their dating processes are under question. And depending on the conditions that a corpse receives after it's dead, like if it's buried in a sterile environment where there's not much moisture, bones can last a long, long, long time as well, okay, modern science will say that DNA can last millions of years because they're still finding soft tissue inside dinosaur bones. So their preservation in this form doesn't really that doesn't surprise me much. Oh, look at that's an interesting. See, that's a good view. Look at that. What are we working on there? Where the tail goes out. That's weird. What's that thing with the point on top beside his little water bottle there? Is that the serpent skull? Looks like it's backwards, but continue on.
The images show a group of scientists digging up remains of a human skeleton of gigantic proportions. Are these images real? Do we finally have the irrefutable proof that human giants existed?
Likely. Yeah, Charlie Pitt. We've seen Lutzi and the bog people. All kinds of different ways of preserving people. Yeah, I think that was the dragon head, the serpent head. We don't all get preserved in the same. They don't get preserved in the same way. Anyway, so the premise of it is ridiculous. That they can't be that old. I don't know if they're bones. Then how do you? No, I see these ones go right into the rock face here, or the dirt. I guess it may be dirt. Um, yeah, they should dig in they should sample the dirt along the area beside the bones and get that DNA tested, and then they would be able to tell if there was two types of DNA in there. they could do the test pretty easily. Even probably in some there might be soft tissue as well that they could test. If they're finding dinosaur bones, I don't see why they wouldn't find them in these. Sounds like they just really don't want to look. And that's hard to get that weathering correct on bones. You can see just below the shin there. There's weathering. And why would you put that in? And on the kneecap here, or the knee joint. It's a lot of detail to bother with. Then where do you get the giant ones in the first place? Yeah, right. Different types of liquids, fresh water, salt water. That's why the one that I have, some of them preserve, a lot of mud fossils preserve gray. But the ones that I have in my area preserve with a lot of color in. Yeah, it should be. There should be some DNA in the soil, right? Yeah, there's that. Let's stop there for a moment. Look at that tusk again. What looks like a tusk. So that's really cool. It does look like a tusk. I don't know. That's really neat. Yeah, I'd certainly put it up for testing. You know, I can't get close enough to it to see. And they probably hide it now. But yeah, if you could get up to it and test it, I'd bet it. I don't know. It looks pretty real to me. Maybe even a marrow test. Yeah. Those bones being as hard as they are. Yeah, there's like broken parts. Why would you, if you're making a part installation, why would you put in broken parts? And, there's a lot of knowledge you'd have to fake something like this. A lot of knowledge about anatomy, about geology. You know, if the bones even go down into the ground, like, how did you do that? You know, you just didn't sprinkle dirt around and throw water, because the dirt would look all different than the other area. You know, it's unlikely that those bones are as hard. Yeah, painless. I don't know. Kinda, yeah. Like a python constricted a giant. That's good, by the way, yeah. Quicksand, maybe, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Marlena. Right? Doesn't make much. The cover story doesn't make much sense. So yeah, I don't know. I'd certainly put that up for testing for sure, because that looked quite valid to me. My video's awesome. Hey Paul, how you doing? It should be, Marlena. But we know if it's real, the Smithsonian will come in and scoop it up and say, we got to take care of this for a while. We'll show it to you later. And then it just disappears. Right? That's the way it is. That's cool. For a couple of years, wow. See, I haven't heard of that one. They don't really put that stuff out. We should. You have to look in the Inquirer, I guess. My question, Marlena, is I understand that the Earth could be the Tiamat story, where um, half the Earth was used to make, or half of Tiamat was used to make the Earth. Okay, and that's a corpse. But where did all these other creatures come from? Did they just spawn out of the Earth? I don't know. These giant men, these giant lizards and serpents. Did they, I don't know. Where did they come from? Right? The mainstream claims dinosaurs and little tiny creatures and little tiny amoeba becoming little tiny fish. But where did the great fish come from? The great fish in northern Africa. Where did these serpents come from? Where did these giant people come from? Some stories say that they came from the blood of the dragon, but and again today, yeah, I don't know. How's it been, Marlene? Marlene is on Haps. I don't know. They just kicked me from YouTube. Did they really? Let's check that out. Let's see here. Oh, that's fun. Oh no, it says I'm live. It says I'm live, but there's not as many people watching as are in chat. That's fun. Estee Montford, hi. Sorry, I keep missing you guys in chat. I don't know if they're putting you over here. I do miss a lot in chat, though. My bad. Could be because I'm playing frequencies in the background. I've had a lot of trouble with that. I tried to play it on, stop that. Maybe that'll help. They just wanted to get rid of some of the viewers, that's all. Don't listen to this guy. He listens to other people that have different theories. They bumped me for about 4 minutes. That's cool. The stream was suspended. Oh, neat. I'm getting noticed. And this is such a small channel. It's funny. Trying to get onto Odyssey. Haven't quite figured that out yet. I have to add that as a multi-stream. I might switch from Haps to another one. Yep, you're back. Oh, that's hilarious. I was just showing one of their videos, like, and talking over it. Wasn't taking credit for it. It was a learning experience. We're just a learning channel. That's all we are. We just look at things. We're for entertainment only. I'm not the news, so chill, guys. That's So funny. They've shadow banned my channel a lot and done a lot with my number of viewers. So that was fun. Yeah, I almost exclusively now listen to Odyssey, except when a few people are on YouTube. I really don't. I get a lot of notifications from YouTube, but I don't really watch it anymore. Odyssey works on phone in the background, so you can watch videos in the background while you're walking around and don't have to use up your power. You posted two? Yeah, I should post all mine on Odyssey. I tried to drag them over, but it didn't. It didn't take. So I'll probably have to do them one at a time. But there is a way to stream live on Odyssey that I haven't figured out yet. Yeah, so back to my question, Marlene. Where did all the other giant creatures come from? The only reference that I have found is that they came from the blood of the earth. And there was another story, an ancient story that talks, I don't know if it was Ovid, but it talks of a plant before there was a flower and such like. But I'm not sure how old the earth is. They say it's billions of years, but that's by storm analysis. What they say is that every year there was a layer. They're doing layering. But layering can build up in many different ways. If you take their layering as 1 day per storm, like if every day had a storm, I calculated it out to about 24 million years would be the age of the Earth if there was a storm every day. So I think they say so. It could be quite a bit younger than they say. 24 million years. That's a long, long time. Yeah, I believe that, Daniel. If you know, have you ever seen? Let me show you something. Here, let's take a look. It's the one they have painted inside. They don't show it. Oh, you buggers. Okay, so inside the Vatican, there's a statue of St. Peter, and it's 60 feet tall. Now, 60 feet is a rather interesting height. Um, they say that Adam was 60 feet tall in some stories. And if you look at it this way, if Adam lived millions of years ago, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the giant dinosaurs, if a 60-foot man were walking around, a dinosaur would be almost the exact same size as a chicken. And being that they were feathered at that height, 60 feet tall, they'd look like a chicken. Probably taste like one, too. The things we find when we dig down deep, right? What's that? There's some story saying St. John was a giant. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, Daniel. They had the King David and Goliath story. Shalom. Okay. Hi, Empress. How are you doing, Empress Sarah? Good to see you here. Right now, we're talking about mud fossils, giants, and all kinds of things like that. The civilization we are standing on top. Yeah, in Canada, because Canada was wiped clean at some point. What's left in Canada are roads and roads everywhere in the north, with these joining spots that have squares and circles in them. They're like circle squares. So, hi, Desert Rose. How you doing, huh? Good to have you. Yeah, everything's good. Hi, Max. So, with 24 million years being like the lowest possible, say, date of the Earth, I still think that would be enough time for things to grow and regenerate and other things to come here. Who knows how old the Earth is? There could have been a time where it was joined with other planets in a string. I don't know. It could have been very close to each other. But yeah, I believe we are on several civilizations. Seems to be that the Earth has been occupied and reoccupied several times, at least from what I can see. There's the pre-flood. There may have been two floods, I think. So there's the first flood, or the first pre-flood civilization that didn't have any rain, and then there was the post-flood civilization. They understood what rain was, and that was where I think the Titans all died. But then I think there was another flood after that, but I can't say for sure. There certainly seems to have been maybe mud floods, smaller floods, but I think there was a second. Hi, Max. Yeah, giants do make sense because of all the megaliths and temples, and the soft stone in Peru and other places. They call it the Cyclopean style of stonework. That's all over the place, from China to North America. Hi, Max. How you doing? Is it time? Okay. Glad to see you, buddy. Huge buildings with huge doors, right? And all the giant weaponry from the past. Um, Especially in China, they have giant samurai swords and stuff, and in the Nordic areas, they have giant broadswords that really no human being of our size could really even pick up. Yeah, well, 40 days, they say 40 days and 40 nights. Um, I don't know. Your research is showing years and years. Yeah, it may have. Yeah, there may have been many floods. They say that the Earth was upset, what was it, 3,600 years ago by the passage of Venus. So that's really recent history. And that upset the whole world and set our tilt off and other things, some claim. There's Velikovsky's World in Collision, where he talks about that. Yeah, I don't know because I wasn't there. Yeah. Well, if we start off with the idea that the Earth is a corpse and that it dried out at some point, that would have been one flood. And it may have dried out and burst several times. Oh, you're grounded off of YouTube. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I keep telling them I'm for entertainment purposes only. It's completely speculation. Okay. Yeah. I love speculation. Okay. It's not a chew toy, Max. We are here. Let's see. Max is in love mode. Let's see. Let's take out the earbuds here. Let me get rid of some cords, Max, and then you can do whatever you are doing. Let's see. Oh, Empress Sarah says we are here to save, and we live beings. We are here to save, yeah. And we live beings' breath of life kills them, it's toxic to them. Okay. Being divine feminine by okay, Max. Max. Oh, I love you, buddy. I'll come and cuddle you in a while. Okay? Promise. Okay, let me see here. Being divine female by his mother's right, but male, and John being male, and incarnation, that means union. Thus the hanging, John upside down, and all of the perversion. Okay, get over that again. Being divine female by his mother's right, but male by the male, and John being male and reincarnation, that moment joined divine man and woman in union, thus the hanging John upside down and all of the perversion. Okay, that's an interesting opinion. The reason why the church gruesomely did what they did to John the Baptist, because according to the Finnish, John consummated the union, being Baal's counterpart. Okay. Thus, when baptizing Yeshua in Jordan, Jesus. Interesting. Yeah, zero carbon means zero life. That is correct, Empress Sarah. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I like it. Okay. Yep, that's right, Desert Rose. Take what resonates with you. Lighter there, Max. Thank you. Their eyes, their right eyes, slits. There's no denying who they are. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think there's a hybrid species on the planet. I think we were hybridized. And there are others out there, for sure, in my opinion. So many dimensions, so many solar systems, planets. Yep. Yeah, yeah. I've seen videos of that, Sarah, Empress Sarah. And it looks like he has a double. And then there was him putting his hand through the microphone. So he was a deep fake in one for sure. Uh, it's and we looked into Biden. He's not really there anyway. So they misunderstood themselves. Reality is what you think it is. Okay. Little bug. Machine, check it out. Any leader chosen with dominion, machine, check it out. They all got slit eyes. Yeah, we've seen the politicians go and get black eyes too. Um, that's disconcerting as well. He's so embarrassing for the U.S. Yep, your eyes will prove it. Yeah, he went from blue to dark as well. It's almost like he's got black eye now. There's good and bad. Yeah, with a hybrid. Yeah, that's true. There's good and bad in everything. So those entities installing 5 GD are full blown vampires. Both eyes are slits. Yeah, maybe. Hmm. Don't go smearing blood on your door. Yep, I would agree with that, Paula. Yeah, we keep making changes. And, some people think that it's the inner earthers that have decided that we have to go. Um, some people think it's people from other planets. It could be both. Oh, are they? All over Facebook bragging they're vampires. Living the high life, taking vacations with children. Yeah, never seen the sun. They look drained from being. Oh, God. That's gross. Yeah. Yep. Keep that third eye open. Use your intuition. Yep. Yeah. No, no. It's just information. If we can't handle it, don't read it. That's my opinion. If you don't like it, don't read it. Yeah, we were talking about Biden. We remote viewed him, and he's gone. There's no Biden left. If there is a husk, it's they're using it. But that's right, Daniel. You can choose. You choose to be good or bad. Yeah, they choose darkness. My ex met a woman in Nova, California named Sani Sito. She said she was on her second ship that crashed with Roswell UFOs. Wow. That's what we hope, Empress Sarah, that we are the lights that rid the world of darkness. That'd be awesome. At the gas station. Okay. Well, maybe we can change them, Empress. You never know. Greece is a failed experiment. Well, not really, because they do need us. They're not going to get rid of all of us. The experiment continues. Even after they wipe the planet, if you think that the deluges were caused by them, or they, well, in the stories, they just say they let them happen. But they saved some. They always save some. Life always returns. And from our very distant past, we see this form in giant form and this form now. And things that no one knew, and even things for me. Cool. UFOs were created by our government. Yeah, I think some of them were. Greys were created by our government. Yeah, disclosure, Empress, is just going to be a bullshit thing if they do disclosure at all. They're doing it with the Navy videos and stuff like that, with the Tic Tac video, but that is their ships. I don't know. I hope we have free will, Desert Rose. Can you Google her? Sounds dirty. What's her name? Let's see. spell that again. So embarrassing. San Isidro. Take a look. Oops. Let's see. Stranded on Worth, the story of a Roswell crash survivor. Oh, cool. You have a look here. Oh, there's a book. Catch up a chat here. That's too much. Yeah, I wondered if people like me, Empress Sarah, I have B12 deficiency and iron deficiency. I wonder if people like me are